Hello everyone, today I want to talk about how our feminine energy can set us free in life, how it can set us free from feeling embarrassed, from being insecure, from having self-doubt. And some of y'all may think, what does that have to do with it? So I'm just going to get into it right away. Everything that we have been told that feminine energy is, like wearing very feminine clothes, speaking with a soft voice, having certain rituals, living a soft life is nice and it can be a part of it, but not if it's not authentic to ourselves. If we are going to force ourselves to do certain things because it is perceived as feminine, but it is not in line with who we truly are, then that is not truly being in your feminine energy. If we're, for example, going to force our voice to speak very soft when we actually have a more powerful voice, or we are wearing dresses but we actually don't feel confident in them at all, then we're not truly in our feminine energy. Because feminine energy truly is being authentic to yourself. Our true, raw, childlike version. Like, think about when you were a child. You had so much confidence. You just were happy. You didn't care about what anyone was thinking about you. You were just experimenting in the world. Maybe even dancing and singing in front of your family without any shame. And we kind of need to get back to that version of ourselves. But then obviously in like an adult version. The version you were before the world put all these limiting beliefs on you, all these limitations, these expectations. You need to behave in a certain way and just limiting beliefs that really stop you from dreaming big. And obviously we can only really be our authentic selves when we put aside what others are thinking about us and when we don't really care about it. There's a difference between strangers and people that just really don't know you, what they are saying about you. But obviously if you have done something wrong to someone, that's a whole different story. But if people are just hating on you because you're trying something, like, for example, starting a YouTube channel, or you are just letting your crazy side out and you're just very happy, it's being very weird, or if people are hating on that, you don't need to care about that. Because also when you are authentically yourself, not everyone will like you, but that is what you need to achieve. Because if everyone likes you, you're not doing a good job. You're not actually being authentic, because you're not for everyone. It is just not possible to get everyone to like you, and that is completely fine. So we need to just become very confident in who we are, whoever likes us or doesn't. But how do we become confident and set free from all these limitations? First of all, I've talked about this before, but question your limiting beliefs about yourself. Because what the world have told us, everyone around us have told us, we have a certain perception of ourselves that isn't even right necessarily. We have adopted these limiting beliefs about what is possible for us. For example, that becoming a famous movie star is unrealistic, that we need to get a normal job and that we just can't do it. Or that starting a YouTube channel is not realistic. Or that we can't do a certain thing, while most skills you can just learn. Think about what you really want in life. What do you want to achieve? Maybe you want to become a very good chef. You want to cook very well. But you think, oh, I'm very clumsy and I just don't have like the right skills for it. Well, you can just learn that. Question what limiting beliefs are holding you back from achieving your dreams. Maybe you have like this secret dream that you really want to achieve, but you don't start working towards it because you simply think that you cannot do it, or that you just need to follow an average path that you don't even like, or get a certain job that you don't even like. Start to question if your life has to be that way. Who told you that? And who says that what they have told you is true? Question your limiting beliefs and start adopting things that actually will serve you. Things like, I can do this, I can get there with practice, I am a beautiful person, I'm a confident person. And stop identifying with the version of yourself that you don't want to be anymore. With the insecure version, with the version that doesn't feel good about the way they look. Start adopting new beliefs for yourself and keep repeating this in your head, because when you repeat something to your brain thousands of times, it will start to believe it. So for example, if you're insecure about the way you look and you say to yourself, I look good, I'm beautiful, you will actually start to believe it. And obviously work on the things that you want to better about yourself. That will also already give you so much more confidence and will really decrease your self-doubt. Then the second thing, this is going to be about people judging you. A lot of us are very sensitive to this, and this is just a survival instinct because we want to be part of the group. We want people to like us so that we are not left alone and that we need to survive on our own. It is just a natural instinct, but in this day and age, it doesn't serve us really anymore, because if we want to put ourselves out there are always going to be a lot of people that hate on us, and that's just how it is. But one thing that you need to realize is a lot of people that are judging you without a good reason are actually subconsciously judging that part of themselves. There is often an underlying jealousy going on because you have the courage to do something that is out of the ordinary, because you have the courage to be your authentic self, to actually show yourself. They are secretly jealous because they feel that they can't do that themselves, that they can't show who they truly are, that they can't chase their dreams. And then they are going to hate on you to make themselves feel better. But at the end of the day, you can't let this get to you, because that will just ruin your dreams just because they don't feel good about themselves. You know what I mean? Keep doing what you are doing and realize that a lot of these people are just miserable themselves. The next thing, we all feel that we need to be normal, that we can't be weird so that everyone can accept us. But something that you need to realize, like, look around at people that are more themselves. Do they not all have something weird about them? Like, for example, they laugh in a weird way, they make weird jokes, or they're just acting in a way that is not seen as normal, but they are still just such an amazing person. It makes them attractive because they actually dare to show that weird side of them. And all your friends, do they not all have a weird side to them? Also, when I'm watching like a talent show and you see all these people that participate in it, they all have this weird side, and those are often also people that show more of themselves, and you see that they all have like a weird side to them, but it makes them a magnetic person because they actually dare to show who they are. So everyone is weird in a certain way. You don't need to be afraid to let that weird side out. Like, obviously in certain environments we maybe need to be more professional and stuff, but around your friends, around your family, let that side of yourself out, and the right people will actually be more drawn to you, and you will also repel the people that are just not for you. And then you know that you are on the good path because you are being more your authentic self. And if certain people don't like you, totally fine. You don't want these people in your life anyway. There's a difference with being yourself or just being mean to people and doing bad things, obviously. I'm not talking about that, but if you just are yourself with good intentions, you're not doing anyone wrong, then it doesn't matter if someone doesn't like you. And if you think that a lot of people look like they're more normal than you and, oh, why am I so weird or something, they often just don't dare to let that part of themselves out. It's blocked inside of them because all of these limitations that the world put on them and how the world says that they need to behave. So own who you are, and you will see that a lot of people will start to appreciate it and actually love you way more because you are yourself, and let that weird side of yourself out. The next thing, a very important thing to realize if you want to step more into your feminine energy, is to start to tie your worth to your being and not what you are doing. When you can free yourself from always wanting to do something productive, if you feel like you can't just relax and you feel guilty when you are doing something for yourself because you think you always need to serve others or you always need to do something productive, you are just going to be miserable. You need to be able to relax and do fun things for yourself and feel good in that energy to love yourself. Know that you are worthy just because you are born and you are a human on this earth. That knowing that you're so unique and that it's such a miracle that you're even born can give you so much confidence when you actually think about it. And also the next thing, obviously for us to be our actual self, our true self, we need to know ourselves. So get to know yourself better. Know your strengths and your weaknesses and accept it all. If there are certain things you really need to work on, go work on them. But realize that everyone has strengths, everyone has weaknesses, and it doesn't make you any less of a person. Learn to actually be okay with not being perfect, because it's cliche. Nobody is, but I think we often forget this and we think that we need to be good at everything, and we feel bad when we just can't do a certain thing well and we feel like we are less than. But actually learning about what it specifically is that you're strong in and what it specifically is that you're not that strong in will give you so much more confidence. The next thing is your self-talk. This goes a bit together with the limiting beliefs, like beliefs about yourself that you can't do a certain thing. But I talked about this already a few times, but your self-talk is extremely important. When you talk to yourself like, oh, I'm going to do this, I can do this, I'm going to try this, even though I'm scared because I'm a strong person, I'm a beautiful person. If you repeat that in your mind is going to believe it. But if you keep talking to yourself in a negative way and saying, I can't do this, I'm too shy, I'm worthless, I'm not beautiful, I don't even like saying these things, your brain will also believe it and you will also look less confident. When you walk into a room and you're thinking things like, I'm magnetic, I look beautiful, I'm an attractive person, you will get way more eyes on you, way more positive attention than if you think, oh, what are people thinking about me? I don't look good, blah, blah, blah. It makes a huge difference. Try it. If you're always thinking negative things when you walk into a room, try thinking positive things for one time. Your body language will change and you will attract way more people and positive energy to you. I experienced this myself. When I was in my teenage years, I was so insecure sometimes. And when I was in certain rooms, I wouldn't attract any attention. I would be in groups with people and nobody would even look at me or give any attention to me. And then when I learned about this and I started to speak more positive things to myself in my brain, how it switched, it's crazy. I got so much more attention from people, so much more people were drawn to me. And it's not that I changed anything else, it was just the things I was thinking in my head. It sounds crazy, but it really works. So try it. The next thing, obviously when you're in feminine energy, you need to learn to receive. So actually learn to receive and accept praise and compliments. Don't think that these people are just saying something to make you happy or that they want something from you. Actually take those compliments to your heart. Actually just say thank you and accept them and take them in. It feels so good to do that. We need to learn to actually accept these things and don't like push it away. For example, when you get a compliment about your shirt and you say, oh no, it's old, or oh, your hair looks good today. Oh, do you think so? Because it's very frizzy or whatever. No, just say thank you. Just accept the compliments, because you need to learn to receive as a feminine woman. It will actually make you feel so much better. Then the next point is arguably the most important one. But the way your confidence is definitely going to grow the most is by taking action. By actually facing your fears, going out of your comfort zone, and doing things that are a little bit scary to you. Step by step, you will grow your confidence so much. This is the way to grow your confidence the most. And me, myself, I have still a lot of difficulties with this. I know it is hard. I had to work a lot on my social confidence, and just sending a text in a group chat or talking in a certain group or setting a boundary, that would often already be a very difficult task for me and I couldn't get myself to do it. But I think that if you actually set this intention for yourself, like I'm going to work on my social confidence or whatever you need to work on, I am just going out of my comfort zone, just do one little thing that scares you even a little bit every day, and this is how you will expand your comfort zone. And have that positive self-talk. Say to yourself, I'm just going to do it even though I'm scared. I can do it. I'm a strong person, and go for it. And with these little victories, these little things that you have overcome, you will grow the fastest, like faster than any of these other points will ever grow you. And it's probably also the hardest point, I know that, but this is also what will make life far more exciting and interesting. You can do it, I promise you. And you will see that these little things that you were scared of won't kill you, and this will make your nervous system feel way more safe. And then the last thing I want to talk about is realize that nothing really matters at the end, because all of us will die one day, and we can look at that in a positive way actually, because this gives us the freedom to be whoever we want. It doesn't matter who likes us or who doesn't, what goes wrong in our life, because in the end everyone will die and will forget it. You will die yourself, so you are actually so free in this life. Actually make the best of it that you can. Actually chase your dreams, because actually this whole life, is it also serious if it's going to end one day? So why don't we just make the best of it? Why do we need to follow all these rules that are just made up by other humans that are going to die one day, or other humans that have already died? Who says that what they're saying is right? Who decides what is right and what isn't? Who decides that starting your own business is unrealistic? Who decides that you can start a YouTube channel? Who decided that that is weird? Just go after the things that you want in life and live your life in a way that fulfills you. That is a big thing, I think. Instead of being in the survival mindset and thinking that we need to follow everyone else, try to make your life in a way that you will love, because you are the one that needs to live your life. You're the only one. Your parents, they're not you. They don't need to live your life. That is you. So make the best of it. And that is what I wanted to say today. I really hope that you learned something from this, that you got inspired, that you're going to try some things that I advised in this video, and that it will help you in your life. I thank you so much for listening, and I will see you in the next video.